For all that is infinite, my name is Jade, bringing you a life update and a quality of life update to the channel. This is going to be a more serious topic, low serious discussion here, kind of like what's going forward to the future of this channel, because you may have noticed I haven't been uploading a lot lately. I kind of just like stopped out of the blue, and I wanted to explain myself if you've been actively following this channel, and go into some things that going to be the future. Because truthfully, I have been thinking about this channel for some time, and I'm actually very proud to announce that we're going to start stepping into a new era, and it's an era I'm very excited for. So first off, uh, a lot of this channel's primary content is with gaming. I made it interesting and honestly I'm very proud of it. A interesting video essay slash podcast of the BioShock franchise, kind of a retrospective into that. I made a funny video playing some dumb hotel game. And let's not forget that for my birthday, I talked about the wonderful, my favorite video game characters that defined my childhood. A lot of great stuff that I'm honestly super glad I got to make those videos. And the truth is, I love making video game topic videos. But on Twitch, what I did was I played through a lot of games, and the truth is, there's a couple of reasons why I might be taking a break from streaming. So like my number one is that just Twitch is being stupid. Yeah, so, and it's also partially my error, because I made my Twitch account with a Gmail that I lost the login to. So I can't do anything about that. My Twitch, it will not let me stream anymore unless if I log in or something. I don't know. And I could stream on my PlayStation just fine, but I also can't log in. I can't read the chat. I guess there's also the chat overhead thing, but also like it's just too much of an hassle to work with. But even if I could stream on PlayStation with it being fine, my headset broke, so you wouldn't hear anything, which is another glaring issue. Uh, right now I'm using my Bluetooth earbuds to talk to you guys. Um, but the third and final thing about is that I just kind of lost passion with streaming. Uh, it's just streaming games. It's just not my jam, and I think that's okay. Like sometimes we try things, we figure out things, and we learn not to like them. And I wouldn't say I actively dislike it. I would just say it's not for me. I'm not too committed. I feel like I'd get very emotional when I lose. I remember, oh my God, the whole Dark Souls 3 episode was fucking terrible. I'm very glad if you did not see that. Uh, I didn't do anything that was too criminal or like too horrible, I would say, but I did throw my headset and controller on the floor out of pure rage. And I did some things, I got into a lot of battle with an NPC. I picked a fight I shouldn't have, and it cost me greatly. So now I am further aware of my consequences. I will do better, but I'm gonna take some time off streaming. But what I am gonna focus on is a new direction for this channel. I have two new types of content that are going to be the main focus of this channel going forward. The first of which is going to be film content. I won't just be talking about films, but I'll be talking into the filmmaking process of these films. I'll be talking about story structure. I have a whole series about story structure in the works that was actually inspired by a college assignment. I had a lot of fun with it, and then I decided to go ahead and do this thing with every single movie. You guys know I love to make my letterbox reviews if you follow me on letterbox. If you don't, I'll put my letterbox in the link below so you can like check out my movie reviews, what I've watched, my favorite films, whatever. And I already love reviewing movies. I think it's so fun. And then there's like a whole other aspect to it, which is of course what I did for college, which was where we actually broke down the story bit by bit, and I went into detail. I think I have at least 3 or 4 pages currently on my current document for this one movie, which the movie I chose uh, was Jurassic World because I found my old Blu-ray of it. It's the 2015 movie, and it's just a good movie. It's a good movie, but its story structure is very interesting, and I plan to go more in depth and more in detail with that. I also plan on making videos that cover movie news, whether that be adaptation news. So if there's a movie that's coming out that's adapted from a book, TV series, or video game, I have a exciting and interesting update for the BioShock movie that I want to talk about. So I'm super excited for that. Uh, and then, the biggest consensus of it is just movie news. Like I wanted to do like a movie news, be like, oh, hey, this movie's coming out. I think you should watch it. Go support the filmmakers. Yeah. But I think the biggest surprise that I'm so excited to unveil is that I'm gonna be working on short movies and skits. I'm so excited for this. Um, my first one is coming up quite soon. In fact, I believe I have a uh accurate expectant date for you all. So I'm gonna go ahead and find that real quick. While I talk about my next topic. This because this short film is about this topic. The entire script that I started, kind of like formulating in my head here. Um, the second primary focus of this channel is going to be tabletop RPGs. So Dungeons and Dragons, Pathfinder, Daggerheart, things like it, things that I really want to like dive into and talk about. Of course, I don't think I'll go into detail and talk about campaigns per se, unless if it's like maybe I'll talk about old ones, but stuff with my party, I'm not sure. I'm not entirely sure how they would feel about that. I'm right now getting the due date right now. Let's see. It should be out sometime in October. Uh, Maybe later. I don't know. My professor says we're working on a short film later down the line, and I have like the perfect thing I want to do for it. It is a Dungeons and Dragons inspired short film. So I'm so excited for that. Um, and then finally, I wanted to announce a bigger project. So why am I talking about this? Well, because I'm a film production major and I plan to be an aspiring filmmaker. And I'm super, super excited to announce this is the first time I think anybody's hearing about this, that a D&D inspired high fantasy, this is not the short film, but D&D inspired high fantasy mystery slash horror narrative is coming your direction in the next year or so. I'll go ahead and give more updates, but I wanted to unveil Ghost String, which is I don't know how to explain it. Yes, it's high fantasy. It's set in the world of a world like Dungeons and Dragons, but it is so much more than that. It is full of terror. It is full of mystery. It is full of intrigue, and it's all inside a haunted bardic academy. I'm so excited for you all to step into the world that I've created. I'm so excited to bring Melody into life. I'm not going to go further, but it's been a passion project of mine for a while now, and now that I get to actually do it, I get to bring it to life, I'm so excited. I think the story drafts. So what there's going to be is there's going to be a story draft, which is just like a script or book of sorts, something you guys can read. That will be out to you by next year, 2026. And then, depending on how that goes, I plan to start a Kickstarter to get it funded into something bigger. What's that bigger thing? I don't know. But I hope you guys are excited for it. Maybe you're not as much as I am, but I can assure you this is a passion project of mine, and I'm so excited to do this. Uh, so that's kind of what's been going on with the channel. Next week, I don't think I'll be recording this weekend. I got a lot to do for college, but next week you will be seeing episode one of the story structure series. I don't have an official name for it yet, but we'll work on it, and that will be the Jurassic World. I think Jurassic World's gonna be a first episode because it's the one that'll have the most fleshed out. I'll have the entire essay done for college, and then I'll convert it into a script and talk about that in detail. It's gonna be like a lengthy video too. So stay tuned for that. I'm very excited. Anyways, that's it for right now. Sorry about the lack of editing. I just wanted a quick video. But I'll see you guys later. Stay safe, and thanks for watching.